better students in calculus for the math department. When he's not busy being a straight A student,
Woo!
Thank you. He enjoys acting, which doesn't surprise me, photography, drawing, and dancing. Maybe we'll see some of that tonight.
Sure.
Not only is Mitsula an extremely hard worker, he is a joy to be around, and you will notice this too when he speaks. His positivity and energy are infectious. This may be his last term, so we're happy that he's able to be here tonight and share some of his experiences with us all. So let's give a warm welcome, Mitsula.
Well, first of all, good evening to every one of you. And before I go on and start, I want to promise a few rituals. First is, I would like every one of you to give a big round of applause to the OIE for arranging such a beautiful event. So a big round of applause to all of you. Second, I want to acknowledge the presence of a few amazing people. That is President Preston Williams, PCC. It's an honor to have you, sir. I follow your footsteps, and it's been great. So, how many Vietnamese do we have in the house? Just raise your hands. Vietnamese, yeah? Woo! Well, ciao. ¿Cómo estás to all my Spanish friends? Salam alaikum to all my friends from Africa. And namaste to friends from India. I want to talk about an adventure. Not just a journey, but an adventure to the land of dreams, to the land, the great land of the United States. When I decided I wanted to come here, I had a big mountain of tasks in front of me. And that was like, and first my family said, like, you know what, you're just 18, dude. How are you going to survive in a land where, you don't even know anyone? How can you do that? And that was the biggest task, because I had to convince everybody in my family that, you know what, I have the potential to do that. And that was done. Then I had about like 3 big exams in 6 months, which like the SATs, TOEFLs, and the national level exam in India. You guys might think that, what's the big deal? But for a person with English as a second language, SATs and TOEFLs were like a nightmare. I know how I got through those, and that was good grades. And that was a big thing. I thought, the job is done, but the next task was the visa. I don't know about any other countries, but in India, it's a myth that, getting the US visa is the hardest thing. And, I have about 50% of my family members who got rejected the US visas. So I had to bear the impression, I would get rejected too. And on the day of my interview, everyone started spreading a rumor that they're not granting visas to students today. That scared the hell out of me. I was like, I give SAT, SAT, I give TOEFL, I score good, and I get rejected for the visa, and my career's over. But where there's a will, there's always a way. I got the visa, and I came here. And it might sound funny, but as soon as I got on the plane, everyone was watching me. I kissed this land. I literally did that. And I said to myself that, you know what, I am going to do something here. Something worth remembering, and something that after 50 years I'll give a longer speech than this. Summarize everything what I did here. But don't worry, this speech is smaller. So it was that, and I thought that, I'm here. I did it. But then, a small voice came from the airs and the gods that it's not yet done. The real life starts here. And again, as an international student, you get to face a lot of tasks and challenges. And the special challenge, which I say, is welcome to the world, baby. That's what I call, because as a kid growing in India, I didn't work. I just used to study. And I was free. My dad used to earn, my mom used to cook. I had nothing to do. And I was like, I just used to, I'll take life easily. But when I came here, it was like, oh boy, you have 3 classes, 15 credits, you have to work, you have to do everything. It's like a 24-hour job. Well, weekends was just a imaginary concept for me. I still used to work on Saturdays and everything. And honestly, I tried to run away from my responsibilities. Beginning of every term, I used to pick up my phone and type a message. Mary, I'm sorry, I will have to quit the job. I can't make it this term. And my brother, who's sitting right there, he used to have a big argument with me that, you should not quit your job. And I used to cry. I used to I want to quit a job. I'll tell mom, I'll tell daddy, you were bad, you want me to work. But he pushed me. And my parents were pretty nice. They were like, okay, son, quit. But my brother didn't let me do that. And today I'm thankful to him that he didn't let me do it, because I realized that the more you work hard, the more easily the results come. It's like the more efforts you put in. And I really admire the concept he explained to me. It's his concept. He's like, dude, for 18 years your dad worked so hard, and probably you might not know, I am paying about 100 times in my currency if I convert what a regular American citizen pays for school. So he's like, your dad is paying so much, and you just want to have fun here? You don't want to, this is 5 years of life where you have to give it all you want. And once you give it all, life is simple. So that concept literally went in my brain, and I started working, and totally forgot the concept of quitting my jobs. But I took a new job. I was like, you know what, bring it on, man. I'm going to take it. And I took on the cashier job. People have seen me work there. I love working there because I get to see all your beautiful faces. And I took the math job, the calculus job, because I saw that many people have a math issue. Well, it's not basically an issue, but math is, I saw people who were scared of math. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to tell them that it's not that scary. But it is scary. So I took that thing up, and I'm doing that good, and I'm totally on the verge of my transferring. And in the middle, there's this lady standing right there, Becky Washington. She's a great counselor. Just give her a round of applause. She helped me get my first scholarship in my life. And she was like, I was totally tense. She got me through all the questions, through all the process. And I totally give the credit to her, because, if it was for not her, I would not have got my scholarship. And which was not, 2 grants. It's might not sound a big deal, but for my dad it was. I mean, 2 grants, you multiply that by 50, that's like 0.1 million Indian rupees.
Really?
So for my dad, 2 grants was $2,000 was a big deal, and I totally, thank God and Becky for being there. Well, I got through slowly through everything. It was probably that's all the experience I had for 1 year, and the time clock came and stood to this day, this evening, where I am standing in front of all of you, which you are guys listening to me patiently. So I want to say one thing that, probably I've achieved nothing. I'm just a 19-year-old kid. I have hardly seen the life which you guys have seen. You guys have seen the toughs and the ups and downs. I have hardly seen even 1% of that. But the reason why I'm standing here is to share the belief I have. The belief that, what a person really wants in actual, he or she gets that only. And if you give it all, not just people around you, but nature, God, or whatever you guys believe in, that force will come and help you. It will send people as angels. For me, my brother was an angel.
Oh my God.
Becky, Rachel, Tracy, all advisors. These guys, I think God has sent for my adventure, for what I want to do in the United States. So, I just want to tell every one of you that, whatever you do, whatever it's going to come, Now, the thing is, you guys might think, like, what is it? How can he say that? He's not even seen. But the reason why I'm saying is because one day I'll prove my beliefs. And I'll say that following these beliefs, I reach there. And that day, I will, justify or, prove the point which I'm making now. And I want to make as many points as I can because I know I cannot settle for anything less than something spectacular in life. So, believe in yourself.